Chevy has just dropped a concept for what could be the future of the Corvette. Now, they dropped two concepts, one for an EV and the other for an ICE engine car. And I want to focus on the ICE engine first. Well, apparently, this is going to be a car that has a 2-liter twin turbo V8 that puts out 900 horsepower. Now, think about it, it's a 2-liter engine that has a V8 and pushing out that kind of power. I mean, that's insane to think about. I never heard of something like that before. Now, is this actually true, considering that it's a concept? Well, I honestly believe it could be because of what I heard earlier about Ferrari potentially creating a new V12 that had a different type of cylinders. And from what I saw of it, it seemed like it might be a more compact engine, to me at least, which makes me think that maybe a 2-liter V8 is possible. Maybe they just end up making the cylinder smaller. Now, I don't know how the engineering side of that works, whether if they make the cylinder smaller, they can actually manage to put out that kind of power. But it feels like that might be what they're doing. A smaller engine with smaller cylinders, which gives us the experience of the V8 or the V12. And probably keeps emissions down, which is fantastic. And that's honestly what people want. We don't really mind if the cylinders are smaller as long as we get the same experience, the sound and all. So if they can manage to do that with a smaller engine, fantastic. Now, it's not just the V8 that this car has. It also has electric motors, two at the front and one I think is attached to the engine, which combined put out, along with the V8, 2000 horsepower. Now, that's honestly the most believable part about this car, the fact that it's a 2000 horsepower Chevy. Because we all notice that with the way the C8 Corvette is being upgraded, we kind of know where they're going. Now, the latest one's gonna have 1250 horsepower, so Chevy's gonna be making a hypercar. I mean, that's kind of the point of where they're going with the C8 version of the Corvette. And the future Corvette, well, it's probably not going to be called the Corvette. I don't know if it is. I mean, it's a concept. But it's probably going to be a 2000 horsepower hybrid hypercar. And that's honestly really awesome. And really believable. Now, is 2000 horsepower too much for a hypercar? Well, I don't know. But still, if it gets the V8, I have no problem with it. I mean, the horsepower numbers are going a bit crazy here. I mean, how much can you honestly use? Where can you use 2000 horsepower? So, that's all another thing. But the fact that an ICE version might be coming out is fantastic news. But you have to wait and see what happens because this is still a concept and we don't know how things are going. Now, there is an EV version too. And that seems like a different looking car. I think that car is going to be more focused on having a lot of high-tech stuff in there and new technology and all that. What I see in the concept, it seems like the front, instead of the doors opening, the entire front of the car lifts up, and the front and the passenger driver seats are all exposed, which seems unique for the EV. But I don't think that's actually going to be come production because that seems like something that might break in the future. And if this is a hypercar, these things need to last. And not to mention, it seems a bit too overcomplicated. I mean, pulling up the entire front, I mean, it's cool to look at, but it seems a bit unnecessary. So, considering this is a concept, that probably won't be happening. Now, what would be happening is the fact that it has 2000 horsepower from 4 motors. That's realistically possible. So, either way you look at it, we'll probably be getting a 2000 horsepower Chevy hypercar. A Corvette hypercar maybe. But which one we're actually going to get, we'll have to wait. And I get and I can understand why they're doing this, dropping these two concepts, because they're probably not sure which one they'll be actually able to bring out when the time comes. I mean, yeah, they can definitely bring out the EV, but let's face it, nobody wants the EV. But if they cannot bring out the V8, they're gonna have to bring out something. So dropping two concepts is a good strategy. Now it'll probably be a lot more expensive. They need to work on two cars at the same time, but it's the situation we're in, and they're concerned that they might be launching their first true hypercar, and they probably need to make it perfect to get the brand recognition that they need. I mean, the C8 is their first proper supercar, and they nailed it, and they need to nail their first hypercar to enter into a hypercar brand. So yeah, it sounds really exciting, and we have no idea when this is coming out. I mean, probably it's probably gonna be a long time. It's probably gonna be the update to the C8. Whenever the C8 is gonna be updated, since it's getting more and more upgraded versions. I'm not sure it will be upgraded too soon. I think there's gonna be a facelift or something coming soon. But yeah, probably gonna wait a while. But still, it's exciting news, and the 2-liter engine is really interesting to think about.